does mornings on the Great Fan in Baltimore. He's got the top show in the Charm City. You can follow him on X for free at JConn, CONN Sports, and catch his show. Check it out, podcasts of it, whatever. It's good to see you, Jeremy. I got to tell you that we've always felt on this show for months, I mean, since the jump, to be honest with you, Carver High and I have been on the Orioles to win that East. This is not some kind of revelation to us that they passed the vaunted Yankees. What is amazing to us is how badly the Yankees have fallen on hard times, losing 17 of 23. That's crazy to me. I never thought I'd see that. But I always thought the Orioles were younger, better, faster, better arms, frankly, better defense. Everything about that team I like to win the East. I never once thought it was the Yankees division this year.
And we didn't either in Baltimore. If you've actually watched this team and seen the growth, like I could make a case that Gunnar Henderson's the best baseball player, period. Look at the numbers across the board and what he's doing. He's got the highest WAR in the league. And now you're looking at this team. You add a Corbin Burns. Everything looks great. So, yeah, it's not a surprise. And the thing I would tell people is go look at their record against the AL East. They're destroying AL East teams. So there's no fear when it comes to that, whether it's up in New York, Boston, or down here in Camden.
You know what's amazing is not only that they kill everyone in the division, but they're actually better on the road than they've been at Camden by like a game. I think they're 12 games over 500 on the road and 11 at home. I actually bet on Jameson shots at Tyone last night at a big fat $178. I took him because he's been pitching really well, even though that team stinks. I took him last night, but now I'll go back to reality with the Orioles the rest of this series. If you look at it, they've been better on the road.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you look at some of those anomalies because in years past, they've always been a great home team and struggled on the road, especially out west. And then they're coming back from a West Coast trip. And granted, it's Oakland and Seattle, but it's still a West Coast trip that they came back with a winning record in 4-2. So you keep stacking those series wins, and I think they're going to pull away from the Yankees. I don't see that being much of a problem. But, yeah, this team's incredible. And you talked about the series coming up. I mean, you get Shota tonight going up against Corbin Burns. And I don't know if you saw the stat earlier. You might appreciate this. The Orioles have hit more home runs off of lefties throwing four-seam fastballs than any other team in baseball at 19. And Shota's going to throw that four-seam fastball quite a bit tonight. It's hot and the wind's blowing out. Could be a good night for runs.
Listen, I can't believe the Brewers gave them Burns.
It's crazy. This was a win-win for both of them, though, I think, because they got Joey Ortiz, who was running for Rookie of the Year. Joey really didn't have a spot here in Baltimore because this farm system is just – it's absolutely ridiculous. If you go look at what the AAA team's been doing, and everybody keeps saying, well, that guy's untouchable, that guy's an untouchable. They all can't be untouchable, but – you know, Joey Ortiz, it was a good swap. They weren't going to pay Corbin Burns. And the cool thing with the Orioles, if they don't re-sign Corbin Burns, they get a first-round pick back. So they've been doing great as far as accumulating picks, hitting on those picks. And then, of course, as you look at it, the team's been great on the field. They've been developing these guys.
They kill righties. You talk about the East. It's 19-7 against the East, 12-4 against the Central, which is really – I mean, that's crazy, too. The West, they're 3 games over 500. Interleague, they're 500. That's kind of been their problem, but who cares about that?
Yeah, I mean, if anything comes down to tiebreakers, they're going to have them for the most part. Now, they did just have a tough series against the Guardians. They got swept by the Astros, but they're so far ahead of some of these teams that I don't even think that's going to be an issue. I do think this Orioles team, and I can't believe I'm saying this, and it's so weird being a Baltimore fan and not just being biased, but looking at your team saying, I think we have the best team and we should get to the World Series this year.
Listen, why do you think that the playoffs didn't go well for them last year? Because they were dipping their toe in the water for the first time in a long time?
I mean, I'm a big believer in you got to lose before you can win in series like that. You got to get in the playoffs, know what you're doing. But, yeah, it kind of went awry with the pitching staff. And when they weren't hitting, things kind of got, jumbled there. And it was the same thing that kind of happened a few years ago or way back when they got swept in the ALCS by the Royals, that those games were close, but you still lost 4. So, yeah, I think you look at that Texas team, and they were just hot at the time, and I think they just made that run.
So you play the Cubs 2 more, and then the Yankees come in there this weekend to Camden. And the way they've been playing, if I were the O's right now, I'd be licking my chops.
Well, I keep saying, how are the Yankees favored? I know they're going on the road, and it's the Rays. Who's favoring this team? They've been the worst team in baseball the last 26 games. It's kind of ridiculous. So the fans here were upset that Corbin Burns didn't start last night because there's a chance he could start the All-Star game, and of course he's going to start tonight. And then, of course, as you look at their pitching staff, it's a couple of guys that maybe you don't know the names, but they've actually been pitching really well.
You know, it really is amazing the amount of guys hitting home runs on that team. I mean, honestly, Henderson, 27 for Christ's sakes. Santander, 23. Adley Rushman, 16, which is solid. Westberg, 15, solid. Mountcastle, 12, solid. Cowser, 12, solid. O'Hearn, 11, solid. Mullins, 9, solid. I mean, my God, they just rake.
But the best thing about it is they're not just a home run hitting team. They steal bases. They run the bases well. They'll take third base on a single. Gunnar Henderson's always looking to take that extra base. If you come up lazy with a single up the middle and you're not going to pick it up and throw it in quick enough, we've seen him do that. But there's so much power 1 through 9 on this team. And to be honest, Scotty, there's more in the farm system as well. As soon as Sam Basayo gets called up, you're going to have one of the best hitting catchers in all of baseball.
So between Rodriguez, Burns, that bullpen with Kimbrel, Cano, am I wrong? They are lethal at both ends.
Yeah, but I still think if you want to look at it, there are a lot of people that don't trust Craig Kimbrel in that closer's role. He's been great this year. We've had, 4 blown saves, and all of those were one-run games. So I think fans were upset about that. And ironically, then they started fighting that he should be in the All-Star game once Clay Holmes went in over him. So that back end is fine, but I still think they need to add another arm in the bullpen and maybe another starter as well.
I mean, you can doubt him all you want. 38 games, 23 saves, a 2 ERA. I'll take that every day, and fans can be drunk and say stupid stuff all they want. Let's talk about the Ravens, since I hate them so much as a Steeler fan. Their rivalry is awesome. Those games between the Steelers and Ravens are awesome. I still don't care what anybody says. That's their rival in the North, is still the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's always going to be. We could have other teams competing for the division, whatever it is. You know it. It's Steeler week whenever they play Pittsburgh. So, and now that Patrick Queen is there, it's going to be a lot of fun seeing what happens.
Yeah, can you believe he went to the Steelers and stuck a knife in everyone's chest?
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me that he left. It surprised me that he went to the Steelers. And then all of a sudden said that's where he wanted to go. He felt like he should be there, and then trashed our food here, which I think is ridiculous.
The humanity trashed the food. You got great food there, great seafood. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Honestly, man. Maryland is for crabs. I can't even fathom that. So how good will Lamar be from last season when he was just the king of the NFL, and then it all fell apart in the playoffs? I got 20 seconds, brother, respectfully.
Yeah. I think he's going to be awesome. He slimmed down this year after winning the MVP last year, so he's still improving. They've got all kinds of weapons in the passing game, and now Derrick Henry's back there, just going to make them better.
I just want to say, Jeremy, that I have not slimmed down at all.
Me either.
All right, brother, I love you. It's good to see you. Take care of Baltimore for us. Good having you on Coast to Coast. Be well.
Thanks, man. Anytime.